Okay, we all good? Hello! Hello, everyone! Welcome in, welcome, and happy, Wednesday. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday, my dudes. Excuse me if you hear me, still sniffling and coughing. I'm still trying to clear out my nose. But, yes. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hope y'all are doing fantastic today. It's very weird having a stream on Wednesday because I don't normally stream on Wednesday. Normally I stream Monday, Tuesday, but since I didn't stream Monday, I streamed today. So yay. Just came to say hi, have to get to class. Alright, Marsh, thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay sharp. Oh my goodness gracious. I was so, like, racking my brain trying to work out how to get new stuff working. So there are a couple of new things, but there is one reward that is set up that
Critical thinking is the key to success.
Well, there's one of them. You found one of them. You found one of them, Grima. Nice. Nice. And there it is. The head pat's finally back. The head pat is finally back. There is another one, but I haven't figured out how to get it to set up automatically. I have to do it manually still if I want to do it. Yes, the head pats are back. But welcome in, everybody. Let me say hi to everybody who is here.
Are you ready?
Yeah, that's it. But I have to do it manually, so I have to play it, manually. Hold on. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I didn't expect someone to play it right away. Hold on. Hold on. There you go. Yes, congrats on the 35, Squid James! Could you have a shortcut to your stream deck? I could. I just couldn't figure it out in time. I mean, I had to put it on here somewhere. Yes, it is the Persona 4 dance. Yes, he is. He is a genius. It is at a higher cost for a reason. Sometimes I'll let it play for the full time, others I will not. So just be warned that depends on what we're doing. Thank you for the head pat. Praise to Green. Lego Builder, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Dark, Cool Tails, Grima, Mega Rock, Flaminica, welcome in. Hi, Ari, I can't be there. Unfortunately, I'm working this evening to finish this case for real this time. We're doing it. Yeah. We got the dancing aria. We got the dancing aria. Hold on, let me turn the music back on now, though. Oh, my goodness gracious. It's a good old time, guys. It's a good old time. Hold on, let me make sure my mic is in the right direction here. There we go. Oh shoot, I just realized that we're starting to have quite a lot of redeems and stuff. That's neat. Yeah. Yeah. I just realized that the dance one doesn't have a cooldown, so I need to switch that. I need to fix that. Hold on. Oh shoot, what happened? What happened? It's alright. It's alright. We get it figured out. Anyways, how is y'all's Wednesday going so far? I kind of wish if I could make stuff like Grima does. Well, Grima is very good at what he does, so it just takes you know, time and practice, but no one can be Grima. You just be yourself. You just do things the way you do things. Are you willing to add songs for dance time? Because I wanted to suggest something Final Fantasy themed if possible. Oh, absolutely, Megarock. I do not mind adding another couple songs for dance time, because I started with 3. I wanted to start with 3 so we had a variety, but what was I gonna say? But yeah, I don't mind adding more as long as hey. I don't mind adding more to keep things fresh and new. My Wednesday just got better thanks to Dancing Aria. Note that Dancing Aria is not on the gaming screen for right now. So far, it's only on this main screen for right now. Like I said, I was still trying to set things up before stream and I didn't make it. So note that the Aria dancing is only on this screen for now. I will try to fix that before tomorrow. How am I doing? I bought this dub and stressful game I played with my cousins. Ever heard of Keep Talking and Nobody? Oh, yes, I've heard of that game. That is a very stressful game. Fun and stressful. How about the Final Fantasy 1 Victory theme? The PSP/Dawn of Souls edition. Ooh. I'll have to give it a listen, Megarock, because I don't know if I've ever heard off with, that version of the Victory theme. Oh, DBZ, thank you for redeeming Sing Mode. Oh, Tales of Destiny 2. Start off with the ne. Oh, I know where you are. I know where we are, in the song. Yes, hold on. I think I know where we are in the song, so let me...ねえくすりがあるたら強くできる君の行くよ明日手の離した一人 Won't you take me in your heart I only want to be with you. You will always have the key to my heart. I only want to be with you. There we go. I believe that's what you were looking for, right? DBZ? I believe? Oh, thank you, Lego Builder. I do my best. Yay! Success! I was doing that from pure memory, to be completely honest. Which is why I was playing the horn. Gotcha. Gotcha. I gotcha. I like to imagine you playing that game since you are a puzzle gamer, also just to see and hear you and whoever you play it with freak out. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Thank you, Cold Tails. I appreciate it. Not called the boss angel for nothing. Oh. You guys are awesome. I love that part. Yeah, I understand that. The best voice, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you're called the boss angel after all, right? I do my best, everybody. That's all I can do. Oh shoot, I realized we are way over time. What the heck? Thank you, Mega Rock. Hold on, let me, get, the game loaded up here, because we are, I just realized that we are, over time here. Hold on. To get started. So, alright. Is it loading up? Come on. There we go. Don't play it with Stampa then, or more accurately, play it with her so we can hear you guys panic. When she's not in school. She's very busy with school right now, so I'm not gonna bother her with that, but maybe someday. Maybe someday. Okay. But, yes. Right now, we have a trial to finish. We have a trial to finish. Let's do this. Are we ready, everybody? Are we ready to face the Damon Gant for the final time? Let's do this. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Let's go. Load selected data? Heck yes. Heck yes. February 25th, 2:21 p.m. District Courtroom. District Court. Courtroom number 9. Let me turn myself this way. There we go.
Now then, will the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, please take the stand? Miss Lana Sky, you are the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you.
But Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all I've done these past 2 years.
Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Sky. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth.
Of course, the truth.
Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister.
That's true. You can't replace sibling bonds ever.
Now then, your testimony if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gant. Everything hinges on your testimony. You're the only chance for
Objection!
Gant.
Objection! Presto Changeo, welcome in. Boy. Still her sister, even if Lana rejects it all, indeed. Gant and the fabrication. I worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma.
Are you sure about this testimony?
Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of course I'm sure.
But Lana!
If this is true, then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this.
That's what I've been telling you from the beginning.
Please, Mr. Wright, you've got to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me.
But what if she is telling the truth?
She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony.
Yeah, this is no time to start second-guessing myself. The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Oh boy. Not convincing for me. Seems a bit sus. And that's coming from someone who's played Among Us a lot. Uh-huh. And you've lied twice during this trial already, Lana. Of course we can't believe you. Of course not. Was that poor timing? No, Presto, that's completely fine. Massive call for help in disguise. Indeed, indeed. Okay. So, Now for cross-examining. Why would she rearrange the crime scene, though? Well, she said, when I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. But why would she do that? What reason would she do that?
You say you did this all by yourself?
Yes. Chevy, welcome back.
Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the scene of the crime?
It seems I was the first to discover the scene. The broken Prosecutor Award knife was stuck in the victim's body.
What? But Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident.
That's only a situation you dreamed was possible.
The reality is it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life.
Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I will never change this statement.
You mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Dark?
Something like that.
If that is so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife.
That is true.
Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away.
It was probably knocked away in the struggle.
That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies with more lies.
All just to protect me.
So when you found the scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to.
Yes. I broke off the tip of Dark's knife, planted it inside the wound, then moved the body. Really? Really? Is that what you did? Is that what you did?
You planted the tip of Dark's knife into the victim's wound? And then you moved the body? But why? Why would you do that?
Exactly. What was the point? What was the point of doing all that?
You, of all people, should know, Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders. My head isn't that bad. Maybe I ought to ask for the sake of others.
Why did you move the body?
When you showed up at the scene, where exactly was the victim's body?
It was where you deduced it was, by Chief Gant's desk.
But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there?
The reason for that is simple.
Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason Miss Sky moved the body.
The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan. Really? The pieces of the jar threatened your plan, huh? I don't remember if she wears gloves, but her prints would have been on that weapon back then if she did that. Exactly. Her prints would have been on the weapon. And the jar thing is confusing because... hold on, if I press the right button here. Because my mic is blocking the keyboard for a sec. Alright. If we look at the unstable jar here, what was written on the unstable jar? Emma's name. Emma's name was written on the jar. If it was a threat to her plan... Then, yeah, this doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister. You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered? If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I'm compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony.
A contradiction in my testimony?
You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan."
That's right.
Do you have a problem with that? It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood.
Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments.
Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must not have yet been broken before he died. He couldn't have written Emma's name on a shattered jar.
Exactly.
Order! Order! Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed regarding to this jar and its bloody message. We may be missing something critical here. Something critical? Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in the dark as we are about the truth toward which we are headed.
What?
Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth. Very well. The witness may now continue her testimony.
And continuing we go. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar, but it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered.
All the pieces! All of the pieces, huh? Then what about the one piece that was hidden in Gant's safe, huh? What about the one piece that was hidden in Gant's safe, huh?
You mean you were the one who wiped away the message in blood?
I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time.
That one piece is real! She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence.
Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
She said she found all the pieces. But are we truly sure about that? Considering we know that the final fragment was found in Chief Gant's safe. Haha! Nick is just like a phoenix. He rises from the ashes. Why, he's Phoenix Wright.
Miss Skye, I believe this jar conceals a truth even you were unaware of.
What?
We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gant's safe.
In the chief's safe? But how?
I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it. But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them.
Excuse me.
Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Chief Gant got there before you. Oh! But couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece? Nope. I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective.
Beat the heroic Saiyan! Welcome in, welcome, welcome! Hope you're doing well today. Welcome into the chat.
That may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along. Can you believe that?
Really, Your Honor? Really, Your Honor? Really?
Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken.
Exactly. Oh, thank you for redeeming ad time, Dark. Let me play that. Good morning, Bray Jared. Good morning.
When the witness...
I read that one already. I read it already.
Oh, that. There's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. I hope you're not implying this person was Chief Gant. At the time, he was looking for Dark downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first, why would he break the jar? The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that fact for 2 years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? No!
Ah, he can't answer that. Sorry, Your Honor.
Wait, I'm not the one on trial here. Damon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar and purposefully hid one of the broken pieces. Question: what is this action called? Fabrication of evidence. But why would Chief Gant do that? In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear? What happened afterwards? Discovering the scene, Lana Skye believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark, sparing Emma. And therein lies the reason why Miss Skye became the chief's puppet.
No, I did it on my own.
Please, sis, stop trying to protect the chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake.
No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients.
Ouch, Lana. Okay, ow, that hurts.
Foul lies? Imagine that coming from my own client. I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth.
Really, Your Honor?
Huh? Wait a minute. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap? Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Lana, maybe right after all. What do you mean, right?
So you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright?
Miss Skye, please testify once more. But if evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie.
But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall.
Miss Skye, if you will.
I can't.
There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will, if you tell the truth. Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw.
Oh boy, this is big brain time.
All right. The witness may testify once more, for the final time.
Here we go.
When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor's sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it's really all it might be a fabrication, Emma might be innocent. Unbelievable. The body was impaled on the armor's sword? You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof. Actually, I do have proof. I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning. What? To me? It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed, but I don't remember receiving a picture like that.
Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright? She really does have faith in you.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please present this picture.
What picture, huh?
Wait a minute, Lana did give us something beforehand. She gave us that book. Maybe she hid it in the book. Hold on. She put it in the book?
I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana.
Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right?
I remember getting something from her then.
Let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture in here somewhere. Alright. Let's check the book. There's gotta be... Oh! Hold on. Hold on, there's something here. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Back around. Back around. Back. Aha! There it is!
Hey, there's a picture here.
Oh gosh! Oh my! This is the actual crime scene!
No other detective saw the crime scene like this. Because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had rearranged everything.
Which would explain the missing piece of vest. Mr. Wright! A piece cut out from his vest! Could that be...
The cloth we found inside Chief Gant's safe. What's this?
This is a handprint, isn't it? That cloth. It had fingerprints on it. Whosever fingerprints those are must be the real murderer.
What? But those fingerprints. They're yours, Emma.
Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright?
Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer. Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. This is crazy.
When I arrived, I found this. Yeah.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Oh!
Hi, Gant. Really? You have to show up now?
Come now, Gucci. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen. Chief Gant, what, now you want to make me out as the bad guy too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense. I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort. This must be that risk we were talking about earlier. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck.
Oh, that's dark, Edgeworth. That's dark.
Oh boy. Ah, so what? You think I'm worried? But sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements. What do you mean? The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence. Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence? No, I don't. But someone does. Someone? So, what's your excuse, Righto? Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt. Is this true, Mr. Wright?
Well, we're kind of stuck in a pit here.
If I show that piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer.
This is not good. This is not good. This is not good.
Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now. And if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries. What do I do now? I better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall?
We're in a corner here. We are really stuck in a corner here. Oh boy.
We have... Alright, we can't, Your Honor. I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time.
What? You lie! Chief Gant, you opened my safe. I know you took what was inside. The conclusive evidence.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together.
Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it.
What are you talking about, Chief Gant?
Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about that chest area?
It looks like a part of it's been cut out for some reason. You mean you had this in your safe? What? That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence. This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department.
Ha 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 ha. Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gall, Righto. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened.
What? You mean you admit to it?
He admits to what exactly, though? I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana.
So you really were manipulating her.
I knew Lana. If I made it look like the plane lay with her sister, that's when she saw the scene, she would ask for my aid.
So you assisted Miss Sky.
I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room. And I ended up using that as evidence to get Joe Dark convicted. When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you. 2 pieces of evidence. You mean those items in your safe?
But why?
For insurance, of course. Really?
Presto, you could literally make this entire case into a movie. You could make this entire case into a movie with how long it is.
Insurance? I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed.
You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence?
What do you take me for, a fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jar fragment? I hid the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces.
But if you fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar, too?
Oh. Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance.
You mean that piece of cloth?
Come on, Righto, cough it up already. I know you have it.
What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright?
So you admit to it then, Chief Gant, that you were hiding the cloth you cut off from the victim's vest in your safe. Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that, being chief and all. But it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer. Oh, don't worry, Dark. I won't. I will not. Do not worry. I hate this man with a burning passion.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself?
He's just a pure evil man.
Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present.
Foolish move, Righto. You should have shown it before it was too late. It's been a long battle. The moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine. Now we can show the evidence. Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now.
All right then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall.
Oh boy. Piece of cloth. Here we go. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest. Oh yes. At last, you finally brought it out into the open.
Enjoy your break, Dark.
There's a handprint on this piece of cloth. Your Honor, the prosecution requests that immediately be sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather. There must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly. Huh? You mean it couldn't have been forged? It must be authentic, conclusive evidence. Oh, oh, oh. You're as slow on the uptake as ever, Worthy. What? Think about it. Wright had it all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be? You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that?
Mr. Wright, do you really know?
Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they? Very well. I'll tell you. It should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted.
Wright's got a plan. We've got a plan. The person to whom these fingerprints belong to is... They belong to Emma Skye.
Emma? Emma Skye?
What? They're mine?
I'm sorry, Emma.
But why? Why didn't you tell me?
We were trying to protect you, and he was waiting for the right moment. He was waiting for the right moment. Phoenix was waiting for the right moment to tell them.
Ho 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 ho. You're really something, Righto. You knew this girl did it all along, and you still tried to pin the murder on me. So it's true. Tragic, but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death.
How could you? You monster!
Miss Skye,
You knew whose fingerprints those were all along. Yet you acted like she really didn't.
Miss Skye, it's not over yet.
What?
I said this trial isn't over yet. Ha! But I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career, too. You purposefully concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue?
We're not done yet. That's the point, Gant. You don't get it.
Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer? Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up. Oh, and what's that? Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall? What? Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask? It was Emma Skye, wasn't it? I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction. What? A contradiction? What is this fool blabbing about? I'm talking about a contradiction. One that proves who the real killer is. Ooh! Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth, what could it possibly contradict? Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
What about the fact that if we look back here,
suspicious. That is suspicious. Hehehehe. Oh boy, Gant.
Sus.
Oh boy, Gant. Oh boy. That piece of cloth was taken out before Lana got there. However, if it was taken off before Lana got there, how did that handprint end up there? Huh? Suspicious. That makes everything about this picture suspicious. Very suspicious.
What exactly is this supposed to be? This is the picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of his vest was cut out? Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest, though. Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural.
Why wasn't there any blood on that piece, huh? Why wasn't there any blood on it?
His lungs, no doubt, were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth. Oh, but that piece of cloth! Wait, there's no blood on it. Ah! Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time. No, this is nonsense. Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Sky? Picked up the unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on the armor's sword.
Ah ha ha! Ooh!
Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. A jar they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue. And make Lana believe her sister did it. Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's chest? Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer. No! It's finally all over. Oh!
Oh, he's sweating. He's sweating.
Oh, that was close, Righto. You almost had me. Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations. What do you mean you refute his allegations? You see, that piece of cloth is illegal evidence. Order! Order! What nonsense is this? Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, G? Earlier, old Wright here concealed that piece of cloth. So then, what's your excuse, Righto? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you? Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time.
Oh boy.
Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence. At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence.
But that's not fair!
Oh. Did you actually think you could best me in court? It looks like the last laugh's on you, son.
Are we sure about that?
I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? True. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal. Well, Mr. Wright, It seems at last. The time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived.
Here we go. Here we go.
Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposefully illegally concealed this piece of cloth?
Well, I would say I did not.
I admit, I refused to present it at one point. Ha ha! So the evidence is illegal.
However,
No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. Huh? It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't. What do you mean you couldn't? There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence. No, Woody, don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward. You can't really believe him.
really?
There is only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not? Very well. Let us settle this once and for all. Earlier, you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now.
How about we check the very book that Lana gave us? Rules for submitting evidence. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. And Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Oh boy. Gotcha, Gant. Gotcha. We gotcha. This is it.
This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. What's this? I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this cloth.
Welcome back, Dark.
However, at that point in time, that was merely a piece of cloth. Nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in the book. The second rule of evidence law. Rule number 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. I found this piece of the evidence myself, inside your safe. It goes without saying, I did not have approval from the police department. Rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And here is the crux of the matter. You see, at the time it was impossible for me to prove relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident. What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and... Sorry, but can you recall? When was that picture presented? That was shown only a few moments ago. No. He's right. That's the beginning of today's trial. That piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it value as evidence was you, David Gant. You yourself confessed to a certain truth. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's victim's vest? Oh, yes.
You got caught in his trap, Gant! Ha ha ha! You got caught!
It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there's only one person who that could be. Damon Gant. The killer was you!
Oh, I'm not even gonna voice this one. Just let the effect sink in!
should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years, he's been snooping around the department trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Starr, and then convinced Bruce Goodman. Detective Goodman. Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you've got to help me.
Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden, he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman? Can you please reopen the investigation sheet? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered. He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said, "It's not too late. I'm going to hand all of this over to Marshall." Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it. That accursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out. Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worried so much about the floor, I didn't realize my mistake. The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker. That used to be known as the crime computer. But everyone has to start from somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. Then you put the body in my car. I'm sorry. I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will. Leaving the prosecution's car aside. How? How could you get Miss Sky involved in all of this?
Alright, bye, Danny. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay sharp.
Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker. I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take. So, you left the jar fragments in the glove. Yeah. It looks like I was better off being an investigator than crimes than a committer. They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well. Much to my dismay. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Worthy, why do you stand in court? Me? You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, would you? What? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend. I'm sorry too, David Gant. I knew you as you used to be, long ago. You were once a fine investigator, and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person.
Those days are gone now, Woodgie. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Wright here. And Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning.
Yes, they were friends.
There are two things I want you to understand. Yes? First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up till today. So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered. I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all of your trouble. My. What high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows? A few years from now, you just might make it to the top.
Ooh, Lana smiled!
I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. Miss Sky. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over the past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you. It was nothing. Liar.
Edward's trying to put on a brave face.
I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth. Stop it. I only did my job.
Oh, Miles.
In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky. Yes, Your Honor. You are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact that you still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date. Yes, I understand, Your Honor. Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling? It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. Well, this trial has gone on far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, not guilty.
Far too long, indeed. Oh my gosh.
Amazing. Mission complete.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
We did it!
At long last, it's finally over. Emma? Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook. At least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit.
No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended.
I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over the past few days. You've done well.
You know, I did my best too. But Lana didn't say a single word to me.
Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals.
Really, Gumshoe?
Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe. What is it? You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run around while on duty. To top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding.
Oh, are you here because of my sister again?
Nope, not this time. I came today because of you, pal.
Me?
That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone.
Lana! Lana!
Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know. Well, I won't tell if you won't.
Emma, I owe you an apology.
It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it.
That day 2 years ago. Was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess.
Sis.
I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake. But now, I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew.
But sis, you were only doing it for me.
No.
Huh?
I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you.
Sis.
I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry.
But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now.
You're happy?
Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have.
Oh, Emma. Emma!
Oh.
No one can change the past.
Big hug, yes!
The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find the way back to our rightful path. It is from here that we can move on toward a brighter future.
Hello there.
Hello there, Vanica! At least, that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up. Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe,
Me?
thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
Edgeworth?
Stop hiding and come over here.
Hi! Where was he hiding?
I just came to say, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, bye, Squid James. Hope you have a great rest of your night and a good sleep. Stay sharp.
Right. Well, I'll be going now. Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you.
The DL6 theme.
It's too late for me. Huh? No matter what anyone may say, I realize today that I can't correct my mistakes.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right. You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me,
We're the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you go it alone. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting. But in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. It's scary. But I've known that to be true for quite some time now. But Edgeworth, who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor.
Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What? Oh, yeah. What is this, a pop quiz?
Come on, Mr. Wright. Show him what Lana's talking about.
Evidence, huh? Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own.
What would that be, huh?
I know what it is. Miles, an energetic skeleton, once said, I believe in you. You can do a little better, even if you don't think so.
All right, bye, Chevy. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay sharp.
That might mean something to you. But I don't see how it had anything to do with our partnership.
Huh? Mr. Wright, it seems you still have a lot to learn as well.
I guess that wasn't the right piece of evidence. It's time for me to go.
Mr. Edgeworth.
If you'll excuse me, there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. Edgeworth, what will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember, you can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you. I know. It seems I owe you my thanks too, Wright. But what I face now is my problem.
Thank you for the headband.
Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. Farewell. I'd better be going too.
Okay, but I'll be by to visit soon.
It seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, this is a little something for you.
Scientific investigation?
It's the first book I've ever bought. Study it well.
Thanks, sis. I will.
And so, another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun. As for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself. Well, don't go trekking off just yet, pal. Huh? What is it, detective? It's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. See, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this.
But
I thought you said it was okay. Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but
Hey,
the folks at
hey!
the prison down at our little, out at the prison are a different story.
Gumshoe! What the heck are you doing? Hey, Hassian Palia, welcome in.
Oh my gosh.
Ugh. Gumshoe, what have you done? What have you done?
Huh? Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either.
Huh? Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side.
Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Wright here's the one who will be footing the bill. Huh? Huh? What, you think I can afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal. Huh? Huh? Huh?
Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best.
Why is it I suddenly feel like I want to scream? Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go. And there we go. This long trial is finally over.
I arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of Emma. I hope she'll be pleased to study under a top coroner. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days as the prosecutor's office. Still, I managed to find my way back to the field somehow. Then I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma.
The first game is finally over. Luckily, there isn't a case that is this long after this one in the series, so phew, thank goodness.
Yikes! I thought it was goner for a moment there. In the end, though, they overlooked my unauthorized investigation of the chief's office. If we penalized you anymore, it'd be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what they said. Just goes to show, you can't shake me off that easily.
Gumshoe,
Oh my gosh.
Gumshoe gets to stay, indeed, yes. And yes, there's more. There's more than one game, Dark. There's more than one game for Ace Attorney.
My new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of Billy. Can you believe it? I've been demoted to a security guard. My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. I'll show them, though. Someday I'm gonna make detective.
Ah, Beacons, no! Beacons, why? Beacons, why? Why you do this? Oh. Beacons, why?
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, the Blue Badger. Hello, buddy.
Ah, my goodness.
Ah. It just fell over. We have 7 other games to go, plus the investigations. Yup. Yup, we do.
What is it? Can't you see I'm having me a showdown with a steak lunch partner? Miss Starr managed to sneak this into me. She's seen one of the guards, it seems. Well, cowboy, it looks like you did it. You even gave Bambina back her smile. Can you make sure Billy and the gang get their water?
Yes, your cacti will get their water. Your cacti will get their water, cowboy.
Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu, the Right Way lunch. The top lawyer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer kids seem to dig the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller around exam time. Just make sure not to eat it backwards.
Okay, how would you eat it backwards, though?
Ah, the localizations.
I'll never forget what that young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left? Anyway, he said he's been doing something or other for, how many years? Well, anyway, I've got another trial to get to, so I'd better be... Huh? Oh, no! I forgot my gavel! Sorry, gotta go!
Oh my gosh, Your Honor. Oh my gosh, Your Honor. Good to see she's on good terms with us now, though. Yeah, that's fair. At least she's not trying to, murder us. The funniest judge ever, indeed.
Maya! Ah! Nothing soothes the soul like a fresh country air. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objection. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium. Mystic Maya! Afternoon training's about to begin! Coming! Well, see you around, Nick.
Who was that, huh? Who was that voice, huh? Mystic Maya, huh? I wonder who that could be. We shall see. Mr. Left, the parallel opposite of Right.
Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth, I brought you your tea. What's going on?
A letter? Mr. Left, aka Evil Right. No, now I want to see that AU. Gosh.
Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book.
Oh, and one final piece. Oh. My heart.
And that's it. The end of Rise from the Ashes.
And that was the end of the first game. Oh boy. That is pretty intense. Okay. Alright. So, considering we still have time before the end of today's stream, I think that we should have it up to a poll. Should we just have a chat and chill for the rest of the stream? Or should we try to start the first case of Game 2? Because the first case of Game 2 is not that long. So, it just depends. It depends on you guys. Grima, could you put that up to a poll while I go on my break, please? Would that be good, Grima? I couldn't figure out the opposite of Edgeworth. Alright, thank you! Alright, I will go on my break, and I will be back in a few minutes. Alright, don't go anywhere, everybody. I will be right back. BRB!